The Chinese Revolution started in 1925 when a man by the name of Chiang Kai-shek took over the Chinese Nationalist Party. Chiang Kai-shek will take the place of Sun Yat-sen, who will die in 1925. Chiang did not like the communists and wanted to purge China of them in 1927. Chiang Kai-shek will imprison communist leader Mao Zedong. Chiang will launch a full-scale military war against the Communist Party in 1931. By 1934, the Communist Party will break through Chiang's line and begin what is known as the Long March. The Long March boasted Mao's popularity among the peasants. Mao Zedong will march around 100,000 men over 3,000 kilometers, fighting a guerrilla war campaign against the national troops of Chiang Kai-shek along the way. In 1936, Japan took advantage of the civil war in China and invade China. Chiang Kai-shek will initially ignore the Japanese. However, his generals force him to join leagues with the communists to help the Japanese. The Japanese army will push past Chiang's army into the mountains of the province. Chiang will burn villages and crops along the way so the Japanese would not make use of these resources. However, this will only cause the villagers to suffer more intensely. To get military aid from both the United States and Britain during World War II while this revolution is taking place. He will store this aid instead of using it against the Japanese to later use against the communists, so he would stockpile the supply routes and block them from the communists instead of fighting the Japanese. The Japanese will take all the food and they will use the peasants as forced labor. Chiang will also cause the peasants to pay heavy taxes. Mao Zedong, on the other hand, was more dedicated to ridding China of the Japanese. He recruited peasants to help fight and waged a guerrilla war against them. He'll cut telegraph wires, blow up railways, and surprise Japanese troops with ambushes so he could capture their weapons. He also teach the children to spy on the Japanese while they were pretending to play in the fields. He would hide his landmines anywhere, even in dead cows, so that as the Japanese would see the cow as food, they would go over and be killed by the mine. The Japanese soldiers would punish the villagers severely for these tactics, but the punishment only worked in the communist favor and confirmed the hatred of the invading Japanese. When World War II ended, it was stuck in the mountains, and Mao Zedong controlled the countryside. The Allied forces decided that Chiang Kai-shek should be the leader of China, and even the Soviet Union will agree. Some historians say that the reason Stalin did not want Mao Zedong to have power and supported the Allies in their decision to put Chiang Kai-shek in power was because he did not want a rival as the world's leading communist figure. The Allied planes rushed to Chiang in the cities and helped accept the Japanese surrender. And from the beginning of the end of the war with the Japanese, both Chiang Kai-shek and Mao Zedong will cooperate. However, hostilities will quickly resume. Chiang was more confident with American military aid, while Mao resumed a guerrilla war against Chiang Kai-shek. As the war dragged on, Chiang lost support of his followers. Chiang will also lose support of his officers because they no longer wanted to put up with the misery and corruption of his rule. Defectors from the Nationalist to the Communist Party gave Mao Zedong supplies, equipment, guns, and valuable information. In 1949, the Communists will have won the Civil War. Chiang Kai-shek lost because of corruption and inefficiency, and he wasted a considerable amount of American loans and military supplies. He failed to earn the loyalty of his soldiers and prevent army desertions. He ignored the peasants' desire for land reform and their desire for better living conditions. Mao Zedong and the communists were more successful because Mao will make good use of his equipment and the supplies he received from Japan at the end of the war, and from the Soviet Union as the war raged on. He also commanded the loyalty of his peasants and his soldiers. Overall, when Mao Zedong took power, he had the popular support of the Chinese people.